Hey, so here is our video for today. We really worked on the barking. Really worked on the barking. So they were going ballistic, just barking up a storm at me as I walked in and out of the house. And I waited until they were calm. It took them about 10 minutes to really settle down. I also wasn't being kind of nice. I was going around in circles around your island. And then I was also making weird noises, the high squeaky, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, to just normal talking voice. I really wanted them to see that when they were calm, I got closer, they got treats. When they were being squeaky, I walked away and attention stopped. So I was really trying to work on that impulse with them being in the kennel. And then you're going to see after in a little bit where I work on them utilizing their kennels as almost like a place command. So similar to what we do the Ottoman, we also do it with the kennel. Now, Rex had been sniffing and jumping up to get to the counter, and I was like, let's work on leave it. So I filled their bowls up with the food that's actually soaking, so it's in your freezer now, so it's nice ice cubes. But then I put treats on your kennels, and man, was he just having a blast being, I'm going to jump on everything. Ruby did phenomenal with this. Honestly, great impulse control. Rex, this was a struggle. I honestly started using the e-collar because he just wasn't listening. It was nope. And so I was like, all right, let's add a stimulus to it because he needed to focus and pay attention. So something to be mindful of is that you just, we're going back here. He got it, but he wouldn't fully let it go and focus. Here's from another angle of me working on not only just kennel time, but also that leave it. So what I was doing here was after we did a little bit of play, we did a little bit of leave it, we got to stretch their legs. I put them back in their kennel and practice that place command or that stay command, where it's, even if you're in the kennel, you have to wait. So that way, similar to what we've done in the Ottoman or what you've seen me do with the normal play scots around the house, it's building up that repetition of it's the same kind of building blocks, but now we're in a new type of environment. And having them work together, you can see sometimes one will get it and the other's like, woohoo! And then the other will get it and they're like, no, I'm done. So having a treat and utilizing that, hey, I need you to get in. This also reinforces when you ask them to go into kennel, it makes that kennel load up a lot cleaner. I also wanted to work on the squeaking. So you really can't hear it. I took off the sound, but they do squeak a little bit during this. I didn't film the entire time we did this, but I was able to practice their impatience as we were in there. And you can see them watching me as I go back and forth and make weird noises and just be ridiculous. There's also a reason why I turn off sound, because you don't have to hear me because I'm goofy. But you can see their reactions of like when I'm calm, or when they're calm, I get closer. And you can see where I'm like, nope, okay, I'm walking away. And you can see the but from them. You can do this, put headphones on, drink a glass of wine, and just go back and forth. Be ridiculous. Find ways that you can have fun with this and have fun. I don't want to say torture them, but torture them. It'll help with their regulation. Hey, so one of the things that you can do with the kids is put one of them in the kennel. So Ruby, I started off with Rex in the kennel, now Ruby's in the kennel. And I've been just working on playing fetch with Rex. But part of playing fetch is working on drop it or give me the ball. It's also a little bit of recall. You can work on him sitting. So I'm gonna see if I can switch it so you can see it. But the idea is that you practice where one dog's in the kennel and they just have to be calm. The other dog gets the attention and then you swap them out. It could be for 5 minutes each. But that way they learn how to be calm in this space by themselves. And then the other one gets their one-on-one time. And that way it's equal, but also they're learning how to focus. So here's where you get to see Ruby having her one-on-one time. I tried throwing a couple toys. The circular tug toy, like the rubber circle, she loves that one. And then I just did some body focus. So when they hit a point where you're just like, I don't want to do fetch anymore, I don't want to do leave it anymore, we worked on body commands. There's so many other fun training things to teach these kids. Sometimes we get focused on just the basics because you need the basics, but also changing it up to where we're working on a sit, a down to a stand, getting her to realize how to move her body in different ways. And it's something you can do lazily, working on a touch. So her nose touches your hand. You can also see where I was working on her paw. And all I'm doing is just kind of slightly scooping my hand underneath her paw and telling her paw. Now, when you teach other body skills, she only gets rewarded when you ask it. So if she's throwing a paw, I can see Rex doing this, throwing a paw at you when you're not asking for it, you ignore him. But that touch is a nice little nose boop. It just makes her think, just makes her focus. You can see her tail wiggling. She's like, oh, I like this game. This is fun. And here I am going to switch out the kids. So now Ruby, I had to help her for a second. Ruby went into the kennel. Rex is out. I kept his. He's doing the exact same thing. So practicing a sit, then a down. Now he's funny. He's like, cool, my butt can just stay up here. So if we wanted to capture that as a bow, we could. We can make him bow on command. But I really just wanted to work on the down. He has stand. Look at that stand on him. Like he was like, look how handsome I am. I've got this. He's really got it. Usually don't pick up on that quickly. But once we've done that, I give him some love. And then I was playing some toys. But I kept it in here. It is sped up, but I kept it in here where you can watch he's just loving life when we play fetch. Touch and paw, Ruby was more into that. And that's okay. Again, just teaching some other fun things, making them think. Now here's where, because we were having such struggles with Leave It, this is where I was like, cool, you're going to do a down and we're going to practice Leave It. And he doesn't let go of it. He does not stop looking at it. And then when he does look at me, he's like, cool, I get this now. I was mean. I surrounded his paws with the treats. And you can see his just, what the hell? I want that. Again, have fun with this. If you giggle and laugh when you're doing this, then you're going to have fun and he's going to have fun. It may not seem like it, but he will. And then after that, I picked him all up and gave him his treat. And he got that reward. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to just keep in, because one, he did really well with this. But watch his happiness when he's going to come back. And I'm going to freeze it. There we go. I wanted to slow it back down so you could watch how happy his face is. Like, look at that happy little puppy. He's like, I got the ball. He was being absolutely adorable. And when you play fetch with him, you can reward him with a treat or take just two identical tennis balls. And when he gets closer and he lets it go, the next one gets to be thrown. Realizing that the ball isn't the reward, it's that you're the activation of that reward. Reduces some of that resource, this is mine, I don't want to do it, chase me for it. Now, I also worked on he had to sit for it. He had to focus before the ball got launched. Again, impulse. That is going to be your biggest struggle with him, but it was a good day.